So good evening, TV viewers, and my name is Luciana Raspail. So that's very French, Raspail. I am the General Secretary of the Carnival Committee on the French side, the FCDSM Association. And tomorrow evening we will be kicking off officially the Carnival season on the French side. So Carnival is slated to happen from the 22nd of January to February 10th. And tomorrow evening from 7 p.m. we will have the official luncheon where the officials actually will be handing over the Carnival keys, the Bacchanal keys, if we can say so, to the Carnival Committee. And we will be having, of course, a full concert where we will have the Gunslinger Steel Band who will be performing. We also have Ebony Empress. We have the legendary Timo, who's also one of the Soca Rumble winners, and of course the Youth Wave Band. And of course we will be having a presentation of an appearance of the Pichonette, the Miss Pichonette and Miss Junior contestants.
So that's a big mouthful that you have tomorrow.
Yes, that's definitely a mouthful. So we're asking everyone actually to come out actually to assist to this great performance, because I know that the performance, the artists actually will be putting on a great show. So we're asking everyone to come out and get a first taste actually of what the Carnival season will be looking like.
Okay, so since the Carnival has going to be start tomorrow evening, what are going to be some of the things for the rest of the evening?
So with the official luncheon tomorrow evening, on Sunday, this coming Sunday, we have the comeback actually of the Miss Pichonette and Miss Junior pageant. We haven't had a Miss Junior in a long time, and I will take this opportunity to thank the Périscolaire, which is the after-school centers on the French side, for collaborating with the Carnival Committee this year and helping us organize this pageant. So the after-school center actually got to to present a contestant. So each contestant will be representing a school this year, and we have the honors actually this year to have 5 contestants for each pageant.
Okay, so you have 5 contestants, and it's all is going to be at the Festival Village?
Yes, so the show will be, like I said, it will be this coming Sunday at 4 p.m. sharp at the Carnival Village in Gallies Bay. Tickets are on sale right now for €10, $10 for adults, and €5, $5 for children aged under 10. And you can get your tickets right now today at the Levi store in Marigot, or you can contact any contestant parent. Actually, they also have tickets, or contact any Carnival Committee members. Or you can, if you can't reach any of those platforms to get your ticket, you can contact us directly on our Facebook page, which is Carnaval de Saint-Martin, and you can just hit us up with a little message, and we will see how we can get your tickets delivered to you directly.
While I'm here with you on the French side, I may well ask you, what's going to happen for the rest of the days? You have Monday, you have Tuesday, you have Wednesday,
yes.
Friday.
So we only have, for this week, we only have the opening tomorrow evening and the Miss Pichonette and Junior on Sunday. Next week Sunday, so that follows with the Carnival festivities. Next week Sunday, we will be having the Children Parade, and that starts at 2 p.m. and the departure for the parade is at the Louis Vanderpool Stadium in Marigot. So this year we will be having a team. The Children Parade has a team this year, and that's the
NIPA situation. The previous press conferences, you were waiting a report from the board of NIPA. Do I take it that you have received or meet with the board of NIPA to discuss matters of importance?
No meeting has been held with my person and the board at this time. The only contact that the ministry has had directly with NIPA since I have been here is through the inspection department. And I believe the Department of Education as well, where they would have to submit their financial reports. So there's been back and forth, there have been letters back and forth, but as I have stated in previous press briefings, no meeting has been held between the board of NIPA and myself.
Any indication as to why this meeting is taking so long?
I think if anybody has been following over the past year, it has been actually a year now, there have been several incidences where the former minister has been severely disrespected by this board, and I can clearly state this, that even as a member of parliament, I was appalled at the level of disrespect. And though I knew of these incidences, I did extend what some may contend as the olive branch to initiate discussions with the board, which were not fruitful. So I will continue within the strategy that we are utilizing, but I really would not like to divulge what that is at this time.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas real easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
I'm feeling funny, man. I feel like I'm getting a pain in my chest.
I got this.
You sure?
Yes. It's 30 breaths and 2 compression. Give her air.
Oh, Monique, look, she waking up.
No, Fernand. It is not 30 breaths and 2 compressions. It is 30 compressions and 2 breaths. CPR can be done in 3 simple steps. Step 1, check and call. Step 2, press down or pump. Step 3, blow.
I got it now. It's 30 compression and 2 breaths.
Yes.
CAB.
Hey, Bob, you're on family vacation. Oh, but your daughter's got the measles. But don't worry about it. With your Be Sure travel insurance, children under 12 are covered for free.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Yeah, for free. Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Here we go. This is freedom, this is life. Happiness is all I'm seeking. Carpe diem, I'm seizing every day, not just the weekend. Here's to all the good times that have come to last. Here's to living in the now.
When you can afford what you crave, life just gets so good.
Alive and I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey, I hope I'm gonna live my life feeling good, so good, real good, so
KFC, so good for everyone.
Persons have asked me, and I wish to answer it here as well. No, I have not gone quiet on electoral reform. But neither am I going to, as I mentioned in a previous press briefing, double up on efforts. The government, by means or through Prime Minister William Marlin has indicated that they have picked up this matter, have started to work on the matter of electoral reform. I have also been informed that the proposals that I presented as Prime Minister back then and defended here in Parliament, presented to Parliament, they will also be part of the research that is going to be done in terms of what do we want to do as part of electoral reform. You also have new and other proposals, and the important thing is here that as a government, as a parliament, we need to decide how far we can go in seeking to have reform and to have it passed before the next election. Time is critical, and you don't need a crystal ball, as some would think that they have, or would make it want to seem that they have, to realize that we are fighting, this government and coalition are fighting against time as it is to get several things done, including electoral reform, which, as you know, is a mandate that was given to the government by the governor in allowing the government to be formed. So I hope for the best, but the more I look at it and I study and I think about it, I realize that this is a race against time in terms of having electoral reform passed. So I guess that those who say, yeah, there might be a request for postponement of the election, again, no, there is no such thinking or talk about such. However, I mean, it is obvious for those who understand how the process goes to realize that we're going to have to pull all stops, all possible stops, if we really want to have electoral reform before the elections to be applicable. Let me add that, to be applicable to the elections in September 2016. That's a crux, to be applicable to the elections that are scheduled for September. And I want the people of St. Martin to know, because those who are, and there are not many, believe you me, speaking to the man and the woman on the street, there are not many who are rejoicing the fact that there will be elections in 2016, and those who might want are looking forward to have electoral reform before those elections. So between those two, I think we're again, I say, we're up against a humongous task. But we're working on it, and I will be keeping a finger on the pulse of how government is dealing with this matter because of the same time constraints that we are facing.
The question 39 that was asked to the minister, where are the majority of the investments of SZV? I asked local or foreign. The minister's simple answer was the majority is invested abroad in the financial market. So in the second round, the minister will expect from me then, where I will be very definitive then in my questions, where exactly foreign, how much is invested foreign, and where locally. I mean, I just think that if we can elaborate so much on 43, I would also appreciate the same on the others. I then asked specifically on question 40, where is the majority of the money spent by SZV locally or abroad, and which country, breakdown by medical, by air, by lodging, by hotel. And the answer was the majority of the money spent by SZV is on medical expenses, is spent locally on St. Martin to St. Martin healthcare provider. I don't think that is the, and I thank the minister still for making the effort to answer, but I would appreciate a little bit more, or if he wants the different line of question, I can also do that too, if you explain me how you want the questions asked. Then I also asked the question, thank you, Mona. I also asked the question, is there a business plan that has been presented to government by SMMC and by SZV? The answer to that is there's no final business plan as yet. Perfect. However, presentations have been made, given to the various ministers of VSR and parliamentarians pertaining to the draft business plan. Now, Minister, I know that you're new to being a minister and that of being in Parliament, and I'm not going to, I'm going to give you some opportunity before I, let's say, put out the knives on the table or anything like that. You can't tell Parliament that, hey, refer to various meetings. I think you should at least then, if these presentations have been made, if I ask for a meeting next week and I ask the same question, you have to provide the same answer. I mean, that is generally how Parliament works. So I would request again in the second round that if those presentations have been made and if they are made public, if we can also get copies.
I am disappointed. I am disappointed because the progress in our health care isn't going anywhere fast. And Minister, through you, through the chairman, I can say this because in the answers provided, there is talks about the George Scott's plan. Minister, the George Scott plan is something like 10 years ago. And if 10 years ago, the managing director of the St. Martin Medical Center had a plan on the table, requested a building permit, and as indicated, equipment was put on the location in order to do something, to build something. Those plans was pulled back, and 10 years later, there is no signs of improvement. And I'm talking about improvement on the emergency room, improvement on the operation room, improvement on the delivery room, improvement on the space that the lab needed. And also from back then, the first stage in assistance to mental health. These were plans that I know was on the table, including the plans to purchase an MRI for St. Martin. And when I hear that after 9, 10 years, there are no real plans on the table. As you have indicated, there is a picture on the screen, but that picture or that image is not supported with any drawings. It is not supported with any concrete plan to do. It is not supported with a schedule of execution. It means that we are taking the people of St. Martin for a joke. Myself, yourself, and every one of us in this room, including every one of us on this island, is more than in need of a proper medical center. Mr. Chairman, not only the people of St. Martin depends on this. The people of Sabre and Statia also depend on St. Martin Medical Center for assistance.
What astonishes me is today now we hear how a minister wants to answer a question. Parliament has nothing to do with it. But I remember a couple months ago when the Honorable Claret Connor sat over there and said he will come back at the end of the month to answer questions. And it was proposed that he could answer one question today. Just one question. And we said, no, he will come back at the end. And that was an uproar on this very floor. But today, the minister now can come in and answer the questions as he sees fit, with a total disregard to how Parliament wants these answers. And the question that my colleague had
wasn't about the 30 minutes. The question was about in the beginning, based on the proposal, that it was not afforded for the members of parliament to say, well, okay, we have no problem with the presentation, or otherwise, because when the shoe was on the other foot, these were the same arguments that was levied at the ministers then who sat on that side of the bench. And today, it's perfect.
The two situations as being put forward for a chair or chairs having decided differently on are two distinctly different situations. The minister come with the answers. Later, we of Parliament shall decide whether all our questions have been answered. It would be a different thing had a minister appeared here this morning and decide, well, I can only answer one or none. That would be a totally different discussion. But if the answers are to be made in writing, verbally, by PowerPoint, or any other way, that's the way the minister's presenting his answers. Did we get all of them? That's for the members of Parliament to decide. So to bring up the two cases, it is a totally misrepresentation of the facts and the procedures here in Parliament. Totally. But I rest my case in here.
1 second, Member of Parliament, Franklin Myers. I would give you the floor. I mean, it's democracy and so on, but I believe we have really believe this matter. But again, you have the floor, Member of Parliament, Franklin Myers.
Not a misrepresentation of Parliament, Mr. Chairman. Not a misrepresentation. Because Honorable Minister Emily came in here on Wednesday and was afforded 2 days to come back and answer the question, the first round. The honorable member at that time was Claret Connor. In the first round, was not afforded the opportunity to come back. That's where the problem started. So don't try to dress it up, because it is what it is. And now I rest my case.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
I'm Daniel Sides with the Second Half Coach. I'm a personal trainer from the United States, and we're going to do a bench press clinic today to try to give some people some tips if they want to increase their bench press, which I assume if they're here in the gym, that's something they want to do. So I've been fortunate enough to lift in several world events. I've got my next bench press worlds coming up in April, and started competing seriously when I was about age 50, about 10 years ago. So since I vacation here every year, I thought it'd be good if we could just partner up with Marcy and show some of her guys some tips and techniques that they may not be able to find somewhere else. So today, that's what we're going to do. The bench press itself is sort of the standard. It's sort of the core of the lifts. It works a lot of muscles, big muscles, works the chest, and it's kind of considered the main strength move. So in powerlifting, there's the bench, squat, and deadlift. Today we're just going to be concentrating on the bench. And technique and form is very important, like in anything else you do. So that's what we're going to work on today. Well, it's very limited time, but I'll leave my contact information, and if anybody, I'll take questions throughout the year. If anybody wants to ask, I can offer help. And I'll be back next year too. So yeah, we can't, there's only so much we can do in an hour today, but we'll do what we can.
But is this the first time that you're doing this here in St. Martin?
Yes, it is.
So I'm sure it's not the first time you've been to St. Martin.
Say it again?
I'm sure it's not the first time you've been to St. Martin.
No. Been here about 7 or 8 times. It's our favorite place.
Get in contact with this gym for you to be able to do your demonstration.
Well, we became Facebook partners last year when I came in, and we've just been kind of in contact throughout the year, and just thought it'd be a good thing to do.
Good evening, everyone. This is Mr. Daniel Sides, and he has decided to do a bench press clinic on teaching you how to bench press properly if you ever want to go into a bench press competition. So he has given us his time here at Mega Gym to demonstrate to the members how it's done properly. Welcome, Mr. Daniel Sides to Mega Gym.
And not just for competition, but if you want to increase your bench, which I assume if you're here, you probably do, right? Usually that's a goal, is to want to lift more. So I've been fortunate enough. I started powerlifting really seriously about 10 years ago at age 50. And I've been fortunate enough to go to 3 world competitions. My 4th one is coming up in April. And since I was talking with Marcy last year, I just thought it'd be a good thing to share some tips and techniques if anybody's interested. And that's what we'll do. So what we're going to need is at least 2, maybe 3 volunteers, and we'll all go through this together, and the rest can watch. And I will say, if you seriously want to increase your bench, we're going to try to do that today, where you actually lift more today than you ever have. Now, I can't guarantee that, but we're going to try. So anybody that's interested in that, feel free to come on up.